And I think that means we're live. And you know what? One of the most interesting things about Japan and the Asakusa area, let's see if I can turn this around. Just a random suitcase sitting right there. So let's take a minute to appreciate the fact that there's a random suitcase. All right. So we're getting started. We are out here in the Asakusa area tonight, just taking a walk, doing a bit of a live stream, and doing a little bit of a Q&A. Hello to everybody who's joined. I apologize if it's a little noisy, but yeah. So it has been an incredibly busy week for video production. Been putting out tons of content for you guys. Been having a lot of fun doing so. Don't you just love this street though? I absolutely love this spot. Tonight we're just gonna take a walk. Let me show you. Look at this. There we go. So there we are. Are you the one who came up to me in Sumida Park and said hello while I was shooting that Tokyo Tuesday? That's awesome. Hello, hello, and thank you so much for joining. There's a lot of construction going on tonight. We got construction going on down here. Got some more over here. I actually avoided part of the area I was gonna walk to. So, it is currently just before 11 p.m. here in Tokyo. And yeah, I figured it'd be a great opportunity to do a little bit of a live stream with you guys, a little bit of a Q&A, because I did a Q&A live on Instagram, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and it went really, really well. And I've been kind of enjoying these live streams with you, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to do yet another one. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a Tokyo focused Q&A session right here on the channel. Look at this. Again, like every street in Asakusa just grabs my heart. So let me get past this construction here. These guys are working pretty hard. You know, hard working. I'm gonna get past here. We'll get into the Nakamise area and we'll start this Q&A. All right. So, not really many updates, you know. The vlog is back, which is super exciting. If you haven't seen the vlog is back video, it's called like I'm back or something. Definitely check that out. Just so happy to be back. Temple's over here. Got Nakamise behind me. I think this will be a pretty good place to start our Q&A for the day. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a Tokyo focused Q&A. Also, the last live stream that I did, like 2 or 3 of you had dropped in like tips there. I didn't even know you could do that. Thank you so much. But all of that aside, so let's start here. All right. Yeah, I don't know if the live stream's quality is okay. Let me know. If it's buffering, let me know. But let's start. Tokyo focused questions. Drop them in. I'm just gonna keep talking until I start getting some questions. I'm gonna turn this around so that you guys can see this beautiful view. Oh, I just love Asakusa at night. Coming out here, it's buffering a bit, but not too bad. Okay, thanks for letting me know. So, yay. There also seems to be a delay in the comments. So, yeah, if I don't answer your questions, so yeah. And okay, first question of the evening. Ooh, I love this. Are things getting more expensive? And the questions are just rolling in. I might actually have to set this down for a second. Okay, I'm gonna be scrolling through these, so sorry if my hand gets in the way. The first question is, are things getting more expensive with the 2020 Olympics coming up? I kind of think yes. It might just be my imagination. I try not to spend anything. I'm really cheap. So yeah, I've noticed prices of a lot of things kind of going up lately. And maybe it's because of Tokyo Olympics, but also they've been doing like these bracketed tax increases. So check out this area. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back and see if I can't find some of these other questions here. All right. What is the best sirens going on off here? What is the best thing that you have eaten in wow, and they are getting louder. All right, I'm gonna run over here and I'm gonna set this up. I actually brought like a little tripod thing out so that I actually be able to set this down and talk to you guys. There we go. There we are. The color and lighting isn't fantastic, is it? Ooh, that's super bright. I cannot win for trying today. All right, guys, we're just gonna set it right here for a second because I like having the temple in the background. All right, so what is the best thing that you have eaten in Tokyo? Well, I just did a video that I released this morning for Tokyo Tuesday on the ramen. I absolutely love that. But actually, one of the best things I've ever eaten is this thing called abura soba. It's like ramen, but it doesn't have any soup. So it's all the ramen, it's all the fixings, the oil, everything like that, but no soup. So that would be it. All right. Whew. Wow. Okay. Lots of questions coming in here. I will do my best to answer as many of these as I can. We're going to try and keep it moving just because I want to do a nice quick pace here. All right. What or whom is it that made you want to play the Japanese instrument, the shamisen? So for those of you who are regular viewers of the vlog, you know that I played Tsugara shamisen. Really long story, super short. I lived in Japan once. I ended up leaving Japan and going back. My best friend gave me a CD from the Yoshida brothers, and I was like, wow, I kind of want to go back and like learn how to play that maybe. I came back, bought a race car, crashed the race car. It was absolutely terrible, and was like, you know what, I need something safer, and that's how I started the shamisen. That's a really short version of it. I did make a video called My Biggest Mistake. All the details of it are in there, so feel free to check that out. Whew. All right. Do you plan on doing another collaboration with the Drift Hunter Albo? Perfect timing, considering I was just talking about cars and whatnot. I'm gonna keep walking. They're doing the omikuji, the whole fortune-telling slip thing. And yes, I definitely plan on doing another collaboration with Albo at some point. He's one of my favorite creators here in Japan. We're actually from the same hometown. We're from this area called KW in Ontario. So shout out to all of you Ontarians. But yeah, love working with him. Just spectacular. There's so many good questions in here. I'm having trouble keeping up actually. All right. Am I excited about the Olympics? Yes. What are some good hidden spots in Tokyo that would be good for kids? Check out any of the park ones. Parks are great for kids, and the city can be a little dangerous. So I would definitely say that. What time do those food shops and stalls and whatnot close? They all start closing at different times, surprisingly early though, like 7, 6 p.m., stuff like that. So where do you plan on traveling next in Japan? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If you guys like have anywhere that you want to see, definitely let me know because I wanna get out and do some more traveling, and I haven't done that in a little while. Ooh, all right. We're What else have we got here? I'm just like reading through comments. Sorry if me sending here readings isn't the most exciting thing in the world. What do you recommend for us to do with hotels and money? I don't know. I don't really stay in that many hotels in Japan. I always end up staying with people pretty much everywhere that I go. Best Airbnb in Tokyo? I don't know. A few of my friends run Airbnbs, but I wouldn't recommend them. They're not great Airbnbs. Will you have a meetup in Tokyo anytime soon? You know, this one keeps coming up. I do want to do a meetup. I want to do a meetup, and I want to plan it when there's going to be enough people around. So timing is going to be key for the meetup. What do the emergency vehicles say when they have sirens on? They basically just give you warnings, ask you to, clear the road, get out of the way, let you know that they're coming through, all that stuff. Going to Tokyo in a week, working holiday. Is it easy to find part-time jobs with just basic Japanese. That's a really good one. I did do a video on how to find a job in Japan, so feel free to check that one out. But also, simple answer to that, there's a lot of little part-time jobs out there that you can get if you have basic Japanese. Restaurant stuff, convenience store stuff, stuff like that. If you don't want to do like English teaching, they are definite options. So not that difficult to find. What is your workout routine? A little bit every single day. Every day starts with exercise and every day ends with exercise. I do about 100 sit-ups and 100 push-ups every single morning, and then I save weightlifting and everything for the evening. So, is your hearing getting better? Yeah, I actually just talked about how I lost my hearing in my left ear, and the lights just went out. Beautiful timing. And yeah, it is getting a bit better. Are you gonna shave the beard? Come on, questions like that will get you blocked. Do you miss Charla? Of course I miss Charla. I gotta get out there and visit her at some point. And do you still have the floating bonsai? Yes, I still have the floating bonsai tree. I love that thing. It's such a it's an attention piece. It's a conversation piece when I have guests over, and I just love that thing. If this is too shaky as well, let me know. I brought a little stand tripod thing to try and balance it out, but yeah. And out of the way of the jogger. There we go. Okay. And have you ever been to Fukuoka? Yeah, actually, my very first time in Japan, I stayed in an area called Shimonoseki, which is really close to Fukuoka, and there's nothing to do at all in Shimonoseki. So I spent a lot of the time in Fukuoka. All right, what else? Golden Week plans. Golden Week plans are huge. I've actually got the Tsugarajami Sentaikai coming up. So the biggest tournament of the year for shamisen is held during Golden Week in Aomori. And I'm gonna be going up to Aomori for that competition. I don't expect to win any awards this year. I won last year the judges' special prize, and that was really exciting. I did not expect that at all. So it was pretty cool. And there's the sky tree for anyone who's interested. What else do we got going? If you had to live anywhere outside of Tokyo, where in Japan would you choose to live? Regular viewers know that my answer is almost definitely going to be Shikoku, especially Matsuyama. And the reason for that is because Matsuyama has everything. It's got mountains, it's got a city, it's got rivers and nature, it's got the ocean, it's got beaches, you name it. It's a great place to be, and it's easy transportation everywhere because there's a moderately major airport there. Whew, all right. And how's the weather in Tokyo? It is currently 14 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit. It's nice out. It's not too cold at all. All right. Question following up my last question. How much the question of money and how much you should bring for a vacation is a really difficult one because it depends on what you want to do. When I came, I traveled super cheap. I'm talking 10, 20 bucks a day cheap on my very first visit to Japan. But if you plan on getting out and doing a lot of stuff, I'd budget for at least 100 bucks a day just to keep yourself balanced. Whew. And every time one of these comments jumps in, everything goes and disappears. So I gotta keep scrolling through. So sorry if I keep stopping and reading and all that. Yes, okay, the Australia question. I covered this one in the Instagram live. Have you ever been to Australia? Are you interested in going to Australia? My entire life, Australia has been one of my favorite countries. Oh, I would love to go just do an Australia meetup. Before coming to Japan, my dream was always to go and live in Australia or something. So Australia is a definite option. Look at this. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh. Just can't get enough of this stuff. All right, we'll get Tokyo Sky Tree in the background there for a bit. What is Golden Week? Oh yeah, I guess that would have been a good one to answer. So Golden Week is one of Japan's longest vacation periods. It's a whole bunch of holidays that all line up, and it's called Golden Week because Japanese people end up basically having the entire week off of work. Sometimes there's usually one work day plugged in there, but people will just use a paid holiday and then boom, they're good. So that's Golden Week. All right. Do you miss Canada at all? I miss Canada. I don't miss the weather. I miss my family though. I have a big family, like a huge family. Like I've got two brothers and I've got six sisters in total. So yeah, I definitely miss Canada. Do you like Kyoto? I love Kyoto, but Kyoto's become such a tourist spot that going to Kyoto now doesn't feel like going to Kyoto 10 years ago did. 10 years ago, going to Kyoto was like quiet, it was quaint, it was Japanese, there was not that many people. Now it's super crowded and it's all tourists. So it's got a bit of a different atmosphere. It's still beautiful though. How long do you plan on staying in Japan? No definite plans to stay or leave. Kind of, take it as life goes. I'm here for the foreseeable future, at least. Da, 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 da. And if I'm missing questions here, I'm sorry. They're coming through. I'm just trying to catch as many of them as I can. Is it safe to randomly explore back alleys in Tokyo? It depends on the area. I don't want to go and be like, oh yeah, definitely you're 100% safe, but you're pretty safe. I've never had an issue. I've never had somebody like attack me in a back alley. Then again, I am also a bearded Caucasian male. I'm not like a young, tiny female. So the game changes, just think about that. So, da 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 da. And how long have you lived in Japan? I have been living in Japan now. So I came out to Japan for the very first time in 2005 and then moved here in 2007, jumped back for about a year and then, came back I think around '09. In total, it's been somewhere around 10 years. So it flies by. What do we got? What are you using to stream? And is that Asakusa? Yes, it's Asakusa. I'm pretty sure the live stream even says that it's Asakusa. And I'm using my iPhone 8 Plus to stream this. Do you miss the cherry blossoms was another one. I always miss the cherry blossoms. Luckily, they keep little things like this up for a while, so you still get that spring feeling, and it's really nice. How about Matsushima? Oh, for those of you who don't know, there's this area called Matsushima. It's in northern Japan, near Sendai, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's got all these little islets dispersed, and I've got this crazy story. The first time that I went up there, I overslept on the train, totally missed the station, and then had to go back. It took me forever to get back because the trains didn't line up. When I got there, I went out and I wasn't sure which way to go. I turned the wrong way and ended up at this shrine. It had a torii gate. It was a shrine. And this gentleman came up to me and he's like, you speak English? And I was like, yeah. That was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. He then took me out. He showed me all around the shrine, explained the history of it and everything in English. He showed me this super long, beautiful staircase and told me that the reason it was so long is because what's up, man? How you doing? It was because the ocean kept receding, so they had to keep adding to the staircase, which was really neat. And then he took me out for lunch, took me to a museum, and it turns out there's this boat tour around Matsushima that's absolutely spectacular. His buddy ran the boat tour, and I got like this extra guided tour. It was a wonderful memory. So Matsushima, for those of you who don't know, is a spectacular place to go. All right. Trying to catch up on questions here. Can a foreign man start a life in Japan at the age of 40? 40's young. Yes, you can. Definitely, 100%. The only one who watches the people in the background of the vlog. See, yeah, I'm always watching the people in the background. I love these people. They're my characters. All right. What is your favorite place to visit at night when you want to clear your mind? This is it. Like right now, it's still pretty early. Like we're looking like 10 past 11 o'clock right now. So this area is a little noisier than I'd like it to be. But as soon as like night hits, like midnight, 1 o'clock, the entire area is silent and quiet. All right. Yeah, I know. The artwork on the storefronts is just absolutely gorgeous. So, have you ever seen Kubo in the Two Strings? I haven't, and there are reasons for that. But actually, I recently was kind of involved in the re-recording of some of the audio for that because the audio for it apparently wasn't the best on the original run, so they re-recorded a bunch of it. I still have to watch it though. No spoilers. Is there a place in Japan that you've always wanted to be but you've never had the chance? There's a few. Yeah. Um, yeah. Like, I kind of want to go out to some of the smaller villages, like off the beaten path. Like, one of my dreams in Japan that I've never achieved is I've always wanted to go out to one of those, like, tiny mountain areas with the narrow pass and get there in the morning while the mountains are filled with fog. I've never done it. For all my time here, I've never done it. So. Ah, you visited the park that I suggested with the cherry blossom trees. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. That is awesome. And would you ever consider taking pictures and making prints of the? Yeah, you know what? I would definitely like if you guys have requests, because as you know, I just started the print shop at your guys' request. But if you have requests for certain things that you'd like to see prints of, definitely. And you see this shop right here? It's called Rastaman's Cafe. If you're in like the Asakusa area and you're looking to meet people, maybe make a friend or two, this is the place to go. Let me introduce you to my buddy Yuta here. Hey man, how's it going? You're live.
Yeah, live.
Rastaman's Cafe is live, man.
Welcome to Rastaman's Cafe. Hey,
If you want to make friends in Asakusa, this is the place to be, all right? So, see you guys. See ya. Yeah, this is like always been one of my favorite shops in Asakusa. They're always so nice. Like every time I go there, I meet new people. And I actually would never have thought to go there if it wasn't for the first time that I was walking by. And Yuta, the shop owner, was like, hey man, come in, have a drink. So that was really awesome. All right, I feel like I missed one or two questions in there. All right. And hello to everybody who's joined so far. All right. Do you do a video about the back alleys in Tokyo? I would love to do a video about the back alleys in Tokyo. I've actually tried to do a video about the back alleys in Tokyo. I have reshot that video about 3 or 4 times and given up almost every single time because I feel like there's just too much to pack into it. And I feel like it's going to end up turning into like a 2-3 hour video rather than something like short, punchy, and interesting. And for those of you who watch the vlog, you know I like to keep it really quick. So there's just so many areas and so many back streets to do. So I think that's going to be a video that we've got to do. Whew. No, it's Rastaman's Cafe. Sorry, there was a question about the spelling of Rastaman's Cafe. It's like Rasta as in like Jamaican Rasta, Rastaman's Cafe. All right. What's your best tip for photographing nature up close? Well, it depends on what you mean by nature. Like if you mean a flower, I'd say get a macro lens. If you mean like a tiger, a macro lens might not be your best bet. You're probably gonna want a zoom lens. Was that too comedic of an answer? I was serious though. Don't use a close-up lens to photograph a tiger. Can you put the cafe location somewhere in the description box? Yeah, actually, Rastaman's Cafe, my favorite place. I did a video, like 5 places to drink in Asakusa. I'll leave a link there once I upload the live stream. But I will also leave Rastaman's down in the description box. So, whew. Do a documentary. Yes, I should do a documentary on the back streets of Tokyo. The next video topic. What is the next video topic? And the next video topic. Oh, I've got this list, okay? Here's something that most people don't know. I have this list of like probably 150 videos that I want to make, and it's all about finding the time. Additionally, speaking about finding stuff, this here, best shamisen shop in Asakusa. Working hard. So, for those of you who are interested in the shamisen side of things, anyway. And are you anywhere near Kiko? Yes. So this street right down here, if I were to keep going down this street and turn left, I'd say walk down that street like a minute, 2 minutes, and head left. That is where the shamisen restaurant Kiko is. All right. Oh, what all did you have to do to move to Tokyo? It's a pretty big question. I had to do a lot. I had to work like 3, 4 part-time jobs for a couple years because I came to Tokyo when I was really, really young. So I just basically I finished up university and I hit the ground running and hit just part-time jobs nonstop for a year, 11 days off in like I think 18 months. And just saved absolutely everything so that I could get to Japan. When I got here, I was really lucky because the exchange rates had just flipped. So the money that I brought increased by like 50% after I arrived. And I was like, yes. So lucky times. All right. Do you pre-film a lot and just edit? Um, Actually, you know, my buddy Albo, who runs the Drift Hunter channel, has been talking to me recently a lot about like my process and how I film and how I get the ideas for my vlogs and how I put it all together. And it's a little bit different every single time. I like to mix up the process. Sometimes it's completely spontaneous, and other times it's really, really thought out. Sometimes like shoot will span 2 or 3 days, and I'll cut it all together. And sometimes I just get hit with an idea and I run with it. So I like to mix it up just to kind of keep the create. If I do the same thing over and over and over, it gets really dry really quick. So I'm gonna actually walk out here and show you guys where that Kiko restaurant is. And is there a good place in Tokyo to buy secondhand bikes for foreigners? I'd like to grab a bike. There is, and the place is very, very simple. Craigslist. There is Craigslist here in Japan. Like I've got like 4 or 5 bicycles, and one of them I needed a bicycle. I was out somewhere and I looked on Craigslist, and someone in that area was selling a bicycle, so I bought the bicycle off them for like 15 bucks. There are also shops that have used bicycles, and you can get them usually fairly cheap, like 40, 50 bucks. So just look for basically any bike shop around. So. All right. Are shamisen tutors available for English speakers? I'm pretty sure there are some shamisen tutors that are available for English speakers. I don't know any of them, which is weird because the shamisen community is really small. Videos about hiking in Japan. Yeah, you know what? I would love to do a video on hiking in Japan. So that shamisen restaurant that we talked about called Kiko, it's going to be right down this pathway right here. It's a really good restaurant, and I love this street right here. Look at this. You know what? I kind of like. I need to clean up that lens. Look at that. There we go. Got a nice anamorphic flare going on there. It's not anamorphic. That was a joke. I love this. I just love being out walking around Asakusa. And another question there: have you ever been snowboarding in Japan? And how well is your Japanese? And how close are you to the Bunny Cafe? Okay, have you ever been snowboarding in Japan? No, but I want to go. How well is your Japanese? My Japanese is very well. And what was that last one? There's like 3 questions, and I already forgot the third one. Are you close to the Bunny Cafe? I don't know. I've never been to the Bunny Cafe. I don't know where that is. There we are. And Zam, thanks for finally joining. Any artist friends planning any exhibits anytime soon? Yeah, you know, when I started the vlog, I featured a lot of my friends who were like artists and whatnot in Japan because I loved their art and I wanted to kind of do, you know, like share that with everybody. But then they got busy, I got busy. Those vlogs weren't the most popular ones in the world, so we started to kind of shift away from that content. And it's really hard to make art about someone. What's up? How you doing? It's really hard to make art about somebody's art. Like, if you think it's like art inception, right? So I do like doing vlogs like that where I feature my friends' projects and their art, but I haven't done it in a while. So, whew. How do you find time to edit the videos? The insanely busy life. Advice for new vloggers. Definitely advice for new vloggers. Okay. If you want to be able to do like if you want to be able to keep a consistent upload schedule, if you want to be able to do it, you're gonna have to sacrifice something. And for me, it was kind of sleep. Like the other day, sleep was the big one. The other day, I shot a video on Sunday, and it was supposed to be actually a totally different video. The video on Sunday, which was what was it? I called it Word of the Day. And that video there was supposed to be a very, very different video. I was going to be introducing footage that I had shot at the YouTube Hanami and everything like that. But the day just kept throwing stuff at me, and I wanted to add it all to the video. I got home maybe 5 p.m. and sat down to edit. Edited for 9.5 hours straight to get that out. And I did that because I knew that I had the Tokyo Tuesday coming up the next day, and I wanted to do this live stream today. So there we are. I had to sacrifice the sleep. And we're back here. I've just been kind of looping around this area because it's well lit and it's nighttime. So I kind of want to keep the lights on. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Have you ever written the JLPT? Oops, I just hit something weird there. Have you ever written the JLPT? Yes, I have. It's a really long test, and I slayed it, and I was like, oh, I should have taken the N1 because it went way more quickly and easier than I thought it would. How do you come up with ideas for content? My content is basically just what's running through my mind every single minute of every day, and I just kind of want to get that out to you guys. So, I'll get an idea here, I'll get a concept here, I'll have an idea that just keeps resonating with me over and over and over, and I want to put it down into something. I just start taking notes. I've got a whole notepad filled with So yeah, that's how. Notes. I take notes on everything. All right. My current favorite Shotengai. It's gotta be any Shotengai in Asakusa. I love the Asakusa area. Does anyone rollerblade in Japan? Is there a place where you can? That's a really interesting one. I get a lot of questions about things like skateboarding and rollerblading and everything like that. It's technically a legal gray area. Sidewalks are designated for bicycles and pedestrians, and the roads are designated for motor vehicles and bicycles. So technically, there's no area that's designated for things like skateboards and rollerblades, which means you may get stopped, but they probably won't get too aggressive with you. Like, I get stopped from time to time on the skateboard, and they'll be like, can you stop? And I'm like, oh yeah, no worries. As long as you're polite, they're usually really nice. So I feel like I missed a couple more questions there. Oh wow, Andrew just dropped $2.90. Well, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate the tip. That is really kind of you. Woo! Just made my night. Might get a drink. Are the lights on throughout the night? These lights here are eventually gonna get shut down. Like the temple light way down there, you can't see it because it's already off. Kaminarimon itself is already off, so the lights don't stay on super, super late. And dude, I bet you already walked more than 5 kilometers, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know if I've gone 5 just about yet. Do you ever do meetups? We talked about that one a little earlier. Watch back, you'll find it. Do you have okay, advice for good vlog setups on a budget. This one is like really, really big to me because this entire channel, which like as of today has like 20,000 and some odd subscribers. Thank all of you for joining. Never expected to have 20,000 subscribers in my life. I was like, oh, I want like 2,000 or 3,000 people that I can really get intimate with. Like, it got really scary when I hit 10K for the first time, but this entire channel started right here on the iPhone that I'm shooting on. Actually, a different iPhone. It was like a 6S Plus. But the entire channel, all my edits, everything started on an iPhone. If you want to see a vlog that was shot and edited entirely and uploaded from the iPhone, there's like this -4-degree Coca-Cola video that I shot just randomly one day while I was in Shikoku, and the entire thing was shot right on the iPhone, edited and uploaded straight from here. So you definitely don't need super fancy equipment. I have something really cool coming up that I'm going to be showing you guys. I may have gotten a cheap vlogging camera. And I feel it's going to get really loud here for a second. So we're just going to get past the crowds. There we go. So, all right. I feel like I may have missed a couple questions there. Wait, are the shops closed during Golden Week? No, a lot of stuff's open during Golden Week, but Japan, things do close surprisingly early, so. Ooh, cultural question. Here's a deep one. Is the younger Japanese generation becoming more westernized? I would definitely say no. In fact, there's been a more common trend in Japan recently that the younger generation is detaching from the Western world and adopting Japanese culture quite a bit more. There are entire articles on it talking about how the younger generation is less interested in the West, less interested in English than the generations before them. Very, very interesting question. Whew. Simon, we'll see you soon. All right. And you travel around Japan a lot. Recommendations. My arm's like kind of starting to die. I'm like holding this camera out like this like the entire time. Shoulders. I was not expecting to be doing like a 30-40 minute live stream. I was like, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do a quick 10-minute Q&A. So do you what do you Okay, I'm gonna read one or two more, and then we're gonna wrap up. I promise. This has gotten really exciting. You always have such interesting video topics. I live in the U.S., but I feel like it isn't that much interesting to make vlogs or videos on. Will be a good point to start. Okay, so one of my favorite content creators made a video that talks about like the importance of having yourself in the vlog, and it was something that I really believed in, and how can I put this? People don't follow just for the content. There are content creators out there who make really informative and really, well-made videos, but don't gain that much traction. A lot of people follow for the vlogger, for the personality, for what you put out there. I once watched an entire video of a vlogger that I like just clean out their garage. And it was an incredibly interesting video of this guy just cleaning out boxes. And that wasn't, the most interesting topic in the world, but he made it entertaining through his personality. And so I think if you're struggling and you do want to vlog, if you do want to make videos, and you're trying to come up with content ideas, just think about what's interesting to you. Think about your life and encapsulate that in the videos. Get your angles, your cuts, the music that you like that creates the mood that you want to create. And there's your starting point. So I actually recommended to one of my friends recently to just start making videos. Start making videos twice a week. Don't release them. Just get comfortable making videos that you like. And then when you're finally like, you know what, I want to start releasing these, then start putting them up. So hopefully that appeals to somebody out there. Whew, I'm trying to catch up. Wow. Saitama travel tips. I don't really have Saitama travel tips. There's actually, you know what, it's not really Saitama, but there's these like underground water tunnels that I want to do a video on. So yeah. And Chris, $2, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you people are so kind. You're like really touching my heart with all this. All right. So, and I got this nice chatty lady here. We're gonna get forward. I don't want to interrupt her phone call. So, all right. Cyclists, there we are. All right. I was like, I'm gonna do like one or two more questions, and then like a whole bunch more questions popped in. So let's see if I can't find some more in here. Weirdest restaurant in Tokyo that you've been to? Tokyo has a lot of weird restaurants. I think the weirdest one I went to was, oh my God, I can't remember the name. It's like this Arabian themed restaurant, and you've got to like rub a lantern and the wall slides open, and then you eat inside of this tiny little pyramid that's like this tall, and they give you golden eggs and stuff like that. It was a really neat restaurant, so I enjoyed that. And So many questions have come in that I'm trying to catch up on. I don't want to just like ignore questions or miss it. A really good one, pre-prep before moving to Japan. This might not be the answer you're expecting, but get as much family and friend time as you can. Eat all the foods from where you are that you can. I think one of the greatest things that people love about Japan is that it's so different from most people's countries. So really taking the time to enjoy your own country and get really into the lifestyle that you have right before you leave. It's kind of a double-edged sword because it's gonna make you miss your home country and your friends and family so much more. But when you get here, you will feel this massive gap between Japan and your home, and it just makes Japan feel just so much more special. So I need to add the spin there. So, all right. Whew. And Molly, thank you. 199. Oh, Molly, you people are so kind. All right, let's see what else I can get in here. Truth or dare? Yeah, actually, okay. There's an entire section of the vlog that I'm going to be starting, hopefully, come this summer, that we just play games together. So look forward to that. I've got, as I said, I've got a video list of probably like 200 plus videos that I'm looking forward to doing. We just got to get through them in some logical order, anyway. All right, I think we're wrapping up, guys. I think we're just about there. Do you ever plan to return to Canada permanently? Probably not. I don't know. I really don't know. I might not. Who knows? Will you ever make a video on Tokyo's nightlife for different budgets and styles? Almost definitely. There's so much that you can do day or night for all these different budgets. You can go out and spend $2 and have an amazing night, or you can go out and spend $2,000 and have a night that's equally as amazing, just in a different way. So. Oh, wow. And another tip. Oh, you people. My heart's just like going. And hello to everyone's like saying hi from Vancouver and hi from Barcelona and hello to all of you. Okay. Zam, good night. Good night. What? Have you gone to the Crazy Frog restaurant in Asakusa? No, I haven't. What's crazy about it? And hello to, hey, Toronto, look at that. There we are. Love to see another vlog on tips on how to film and take pictures at the same time. Yeah, absolutely. All right, and so guys, that's gonna be the Q&A portion for now. Thank you so much for taking the time to join tonight. I really enjoyed having the chance to chat with all of you. This has been fantastic. I'm just gonna kind of walk around Asakusa for just a little bit here. Enjoy this Q&A tonight. Thank you so much for joining. The pagoda is lit up right now. I hope all of you are having a fantastic week. Yeah, the vlog is back 100%. And for those of you asking about sakura, it looks like there's one tree left right over here that has some sakura-esque stuff. So Anna, thank you so much for participating. To everybody else, thank you so much for being here tonight. It has been absolutely spectacular. And look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Just can't get enough of that view. 10 plus years in Japan, and I just cannot get enough of that view. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you 1,000 times over. Thank you for all those who joined and asked questions. Thank you for all of those who joined and had tips. Thank you to all of you who just sat and watched. I'm so happy to have every single one of you here. This has been an absolute blast. If there are any questions that I didn't address that you want to know, leave it in the comments below.